Often the best advice and most comforting assurances start with comments like, "Take it from someone who's been there," or "I know what you're going through."
It's a really low point. We're told that we have to take medications for the rest of our lives, that there's no cure, that we have to avoid stress, we have to stop drinking coffee, we can't drink alcohol. We just, go back to our lonely apartments, our parents' basements, our boarding houses.
It takes a lot of strength and courage to risk reliving your hard times by supporting someone through theirs. Luckily, the Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa are a strong and courageous group.
I was there as a support for them when they needed it as well. I was reminded of the pleasure of mutuality, of the give and take in relationships, and suddenly I realized I was no longer just a needy psych patient. And I think that's where I fell in love with peer support and the possibilities it opened up.
Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa was founded in 1991 by a handful of people who had each been through some type of mental illness. Rather than hiding their experiences in the face of the stigma they encountered every day, this group chose to come forward to help one another and to help others.
What was available for them within the traditional mental health system wasn't meeting the needs completely. They found that they needed more. They didn't know what does it look like to be living successfully and well and healthily as someone who has a diagnosis.
Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa created a safe and non-judgmental place where survivors of mental illness can meet, talk, learn, and have fun. Today, the dynamic group has grown to over 200 members, staff, and volunteers. They continue to reach out to help more and more people who are recovering from mental illness by offering the type of comfort and support that can only come from true understanding.
They're coming along because their friend told them about us, or they want to come to the karaoke night, or they want to eat a free supper. Other people are coming in more fragile states, they're less stable, and they come in and then a year or two later, they're coming up to me and saying, "Thank you for PSO."
Remembering her first experience with Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa, one member said, "It was the first time in the 18 years of my dealing with a serious mental illness that I felt like I belonged somewhere and did not have to battle stigma." The staff were just like me, they said, once broken but now recovered. This gave me hope. In addition to its support groups and social events, Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa offers a peer support program to assist mental health patients to move back into the community and continue their recovery. They have also been instrumental in ensuring the wellness recovery action plans are available across the mental health community. Wellness recovery action plans help individuals with mental illness to monitor their psychiatric symptoms and to develop workable action plans to deal with them. Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa helps to ensure that facilitators are trained and available within the community.
It's a journey, and that every day we see more and more people living lives not defined by mental illness.
But the work of Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa doesn't stop with programs and events. The group also speaks out on behalf of all those in the community who suffer from mental illness.
Take people to the hospital and be there as a witness, just to be there so they could feel that they were going to be treated fairly when they went.
Working with a wide range of community organizations, Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa provides a balanced perspective of the individuals who are at the center of the mental health system. They are the voice of experience at many tables where systemic issues and mental health treatment options are discussed. And they're the voice of reason, combating the stigma that too often vilifies or undervalues people with mental illness.
We see the crashes, but we also see the rewarded risks. We see the triumphant returns to work. We see weddings. We see births. We see graduations and victories, large and small. These are the moments the hospital staff and the media usually don't get to see. We like to remind everyone that this is also part of our reality.
At its core, Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa is a group of friends that empower each other to live well, to help others, and to educate the community about the experience of mental illness.
We're very pleased to have this acknowledgement of the things that we've been doing, and It's quite an honor to receive this Inspiration Award.
Many people find understanding and belonging with Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa. We also found inspiration.
Psychiatric Survivors of Ottawa, you know who we are.